Griffith Park for the International Peace Day celebration. Now, as you can see behind me, there's a lot of activity going on, everything from bands to pet adoptions and a little bit in between. So let's talk to a few of the participants to see what they have to say about Peace Day. And Nancy, talk about the importance of celebrating Peace Day.
Well, I think it's really important to celebrate Peace Day because, you know, in this day and age, we just need a day just to take some time. We're all so busy with our lives, we forget about what is important. And what is important is celebrating each other and peace and really making a difference.
Now, talk a little bit about the importance of Peace Day in general.
Peace Day is important. Dr. Jane Goodall defines peace as any communication and understanding between humans, the environment, and other animals. So we wanted to make sure that people understood that peace isn't about just you and your neighbor and you and your friend getting along, but it's also the animals and the environment and other people around the world in a global sense.
And then overall, what does Peace Day mean, and why do you feel it's important to celebrate Peace Day?
I think that Peace Day in itself, it's just kind of opening up everyone and making sure that everyone knows what it's about. I think everyone here, you aren't here if you're not for peace, but it's nice that we have something so definite that everyone cares about it so much.
And what, in general, does Peace Day mean to you?
It just means a day where we could all come together and celebrate the peace of our world and just have a great time. It advocates peace around the world and just peace in nature, peace in yourself, and just, yeah, that's just the general idea of it.
I'm here with Linnea Norton, who's another one of the Roots and Shoots participants. And Linnea, can you tell me what's important about Peace Day?
Well, everybody come together and we make a whole big peace thing, and it's my first time and it's really fun.
Now, what was your favorite project that you worked on?
Well, what we did was with the tree people, we at Griffith Park here, after the fire, we planted a bunch of trees.
I'm here with Catherine Quick, who's another one of the Roots and Shoots participants. And Catherine, you're new to the Roots and Shoots program. Can you tell me how you got involved?
Well, me and my friend Linnea just learned about Jane Goodall and things, and my parents and stuff just all decided we should join Roots and Shoots.
And what does Roots and Shoots mean to you?
A lot, because I love the animals and stuff, so we are starting to use reusable shopping bags because it's not good for the earth and not good for the animals.
And can you talk about the importance of Peace Day in general?
Well, I think that Peace Day is important because it isn't just about, world peace. It sort of brings together all the different parts of peace, which is just general harmony between people, animals, and the environment, which is what Roots and Shoots is all about. It's all about making sure that everyone's taken care of.
I'm here with Tori Igo, who's the Roots and Shoots youth leader. And Tori, can you talk about your participation with Roots and Shoots?
I started in 7th grade at my middle school, and then I applied for a membership on a council in all of California. And so that's like 10 kids in all of California, and we helped organize Peace Day, and we do national campaigns and regional campaigns. And so I've gone to Tanzania with them before, and I just do a lot of communication and stuff for Roots and Shoots.
Now, you just brushed over it, but what was that like going to Tanzania?
That was amazing. Honestly, that was my favorite thing I've done with Roots and Shoots. We met Roots and Shoots groups there in Tanzania, and we did service projects with them. We learned about their culture and their language, and we cooked with them. It was so much fun. It was amazing.
I'm here with Daryl Hanna, avid environmentalist. And Daryl, can you talk about your involvement in today's program?
Well, I got to come here last year and meet Jane Goodall, who's a personal hero of mine, and participate in the crane parade and everything. And I just think it's a beautiful day for people to come out and enjoy the park, which is rare for a lot of people to get outside and actually enjoy nature. And then also just to remind ourselves of all the different amazing organizations that are here, that have booths here representing all the work that they do, and to remind ourselves also that peace is not just about a literal war, but it's also the war that's going on with our whole environment, with other species within ourselves, from the pharmaceutical industries, the chemical industries, and all the different things that we put into our soil, air, water, and that we need to be conscious of the decisions that we make.
Now, in general, what does Peace Day mean to you?
Well, Peace Day for me is about, honestly, water. And Jane Goodall said it very well a number of years ago. The next world war will be fought over water. When we look at what happened at Darfur, it's about water, Lake Chad, environmental refugees, and we see the crisis of water being a significant problem. When we're able to provide humans around the world opportunity to have water, to sustain life, then people are able to have the basic needs met. When we can start finding methods and technologies and manners of providing people with the right type of basic needs, it gives people the same type of opportunity that we have here in the United States.
And do you have a favorite project that you've seen or that you've worked on personally?
Right now, I'm working on getting collection bins for pharmaceutical drugs in pharmacies so people don't flush them into the ocean. Especially, we're trying to prevent especially birth control from the hormones getting into the fish and messing with them.
How did you get involved?
Well, I've always been a very strong environmentalist at my high school. I taught the last 25 years at Dorsey High, and we made rails to trails on Exposition Boulevard. We planted 2,400 trees, and we've worked with the tree people for over 20 years as well, and we've done the Generation Earth program. And we do many, many different environmental programs. So it just made sense that we become involved. And this year, we're going to build a solar boat. And there's one in the background over here that Gabrielino High School built. So our project this year is to work with alternative energies.
And what does Peace Day in general mean to you?
Peace Day is where people all get along and they cooperate with one another, they give each other respect. It's not just about tolerance, but it's about respect and accepting one another.
I'm here with John Zavalny, who's one of the original organizers of today's event. And John, talk about how you originally got involved.
Well, I met Dr. Goodall back in 1995 when she was trying to bring Roots and Shoots into the inner city. I was so excited. I went to the school where she was going to give her talk, and I was there as they were setting up the tables, literally. And she came in and sat down next to me, and we had a conversation. And shortly after that, I received a letter from her asking me if I would be interested in volunteering in Tanzania for 3 months. And how do you say no to Dr. Jane Goodall? And so I ended up going to Tanzania for 3 months, coming back, starting the LA Roots and Shoots Steering Committee, and we've been rolling ever since.
Now, what was that like in Tanzania?
That was an amazing experience. I was living in Dr. Goodall's house most of the time in Dar es Salaam, but I would work with, the students who were living in mud huts, and also with the international schools who had money, and so bringing them together and working together. So a vast experience from one end to the other. It was just amazing. Changed my life.
Wow. Now, talk about in general the importance of celebrating Peace Day.
Well, for us, Peace Day is really, with Roots and Shoots, is about doing community service. We're actually celebrating the positive things kids are doing to make the world a better place. And so with Roots and Shoots, we really believe we can create a true world peace through community service projects. When you do a project for the environment, you are creating peace with the environment. And when you do a project for animals, you're creating peace with the animals. And a project for the human community creates peace within that human community. And if everybody was doing those small projects in their local communities, then the whole world would have true world peace.
Now, do you have any favorite projects that you've worked on or that you've seen?
We actually planted 100 trees here in Griffith Park in May, and that was for our campaign Rebirth the Earth, and it was a really successful project because we did it so quickly. We finished it up and we said, really? We're done? And so it was great, and we got to meet the mayor, and he congratulated us, and it was a really interesting experience and unforgettable.
Great. Now, what in general does Peace Day mean to you?
Peace Day, for me, makes me think that the world does have an opportunity for peace, and it's that one day where it's kind of like the Olympics where you just put aside all your problems, and it makes me think that there is hope for change and hope for peace in the world.
I'm here with Carmelo Alvarez from the Bayona Wetlands Land Trust. And Carmelo, talk about your involvement in today's program.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm raised in this community, and I'm currently working with the Bayona Wetlands Land Trust as a community organizer. The Bayona Wetlands are in an area of Los Angeles that's considered the west side, and I'm from downtown LA. So people say, well, what are you doing out there? Well, one of the things that I'm doing is I'm trying to connect all the different communities the west, the east, the south, the north, because water and the preservation of water is life itself, and it's important to everybody. So no matter what community you come from, what social economic background you belong to, if we don't have water, we will not live on this planet. So it's so important for all of us to come together, and it's a beautiful opportunity here today on this day that we're celebrating peace, that we also have to think about making peace with nature.
Okay, now in general, what does Peace Day mean to you?
Well, Peace Day for me, it really means that it brings up a message of hope, because seeing that everyone comes up here, it makes me feel so good that I know I've been working hard, and seeing that there's so many other people who care about what I do, and just seeing people come together from all over, it just gives me a real sense of hope that, we are making great improvements.
I'm here with Dar Zavalny, who's one of the original coordinators of today's event. And Dar, can you talk about how you got involved in Peace Day?
It was 2003. We got a letter from Jane Goodall, and she said that she had been named a messenger of peace, which we already knew, but that Matthew Hoffman had created these giant Peace Day puppets, and she wanted us all to get together and fly these giant Peace Day puppets all around the world on the same day, and she wanted to be able to see them from outer space. And on the bottom she wrote, "We can do this, we can," and she underlined it like 12 times. It's like when Jane Goodall asks you to do something. So we had those. That was the end of July, and Peace Day was September 21st, that first year, just like today. And we just hustled, and we ended up with 13 peace doves and probably 100 people in a little park in San Pedro, but we had more than any place on the planet.
Wow. Now, could you see it from outer space?
I didn't check.
Now, do you have a favorite project that you've worked on or that you've seen?
Well, I had the opportunity to go to Guatemala this summer, and I met with a couple Roots and Shoots groups down there, and saw what their projects were doing, what they were doing in their communities, and they're taking on tasks that are unthinkable here, and their projects are astounding and inspiring and just so amazing. And so I spent a few days with them and worked with them, and it was life-changing. I mean, they're committed, and their resources and their environment is so limited, but they're fighting a lot harder, and they're doing so much work for what they believe in, which is really great.
Now, talk a little bit about what Peace Day in general means to you.
Well, the United Nations was formed on the fundamental desire to secure this planet for the coming generations. And the UN Peace Day, in coordination with the Jane Goodall Institute and Roots and Shoots, really promotes and is the epitome of that message and that desire. And I think that this event and the events all over the country and all over the world are really showing that it isn't just the United Nations. It's also the generations that the UN is fighting for, that are taking control and that are acting for what they believe in and trying to secure their future.
Now, today's event, can you talk about the importance of Peace Day to you, what it means to you?
Well, for me, Peace Day is one of those days that just really, it's inspiring, and it's really needed in this community and all over the world, because, we take peace for granted, and it's just a beautiful, wonderful thing just to see everyone, different colors of skin, different ages, just really going together in this, amazing event, and just really being comfortable and just really praising peace. It's really wonderful.
I'm here with Pierce Brosnan, who's the keynote speaker for today's event. And Pierce, can you talk about your involvement in today's event?
My involvement is through Jane. Jane has become a good friend over the last 8 years. It was amazing meeting this woman 8 years ago in London. It was through the dolphins. That's how we met her. I narrated a film, and she came along, and we struck up a friendship which has been long-lasting. And today, my wife Keely and I have been asked to step in her absence. She's in New York as we speak, doing Roots and Shoots Peace Day there. So that's how I'm here. The work that she does is inspirational, and the work that these young people I've seen do today is 1,000-fold. It is just really inspiring to see these young people pick up a cause, whether it be for the Hawks or for women in Africa who are making bracelets because they have HIV and they want something to pass on to their children. It is really deeply heartfelt work, and that's why I'm here. I'm here with my wife and my children, Dylan and Paris, to support Roots and Shoots and to support all these people and have a good day of peace.
Well said. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. All the best.
We found out today that Peace Day is not just about being kind to your neighbor, but also to animals and the environment. All things that make the world a better place. From International Peace Day in Griffith Park, I'm Dawn Whitaker.